Hey everyone, Piano Man Chuck here. Today, IK Multimedia has released a new pair of studio monitors, the iLoud MTM MKIIs. And this is the original iLoud MTMs. Now, at first glance, they look absolutely identical, and they are in the front. And it's just a little bit different in the back, but the differences internally and what you're hearing and experiencing are a world of differences. So let's go over these, and a little bit later in the video we'll do sound samples so you can actually hear that there is a difference, not just, Mark II's putting it on there and a couple of minor changes. There really is a difference. You'll be able to hear that. So let's talk about these first. First of all, the originals and the new ones, same cabinet, still 100 watts RMS, 70 watts in the low frequency driver and 30 watts in the high frequency driver. Now, the differences. The mid-woofers have been totally redesigned, even though they look the same size and everything they are, but they're different materials. Now, the original were polypropylene custom-made mid-woofers. The Mark IIs are now composite cellulose fiber, custom-made, faster, and more accurate. There's an improved off-axis and in-room response, which entails improved horizontal dispersion and broader sweet spot. Those two go hand in hand, because with a broader horizontal dispersion, you can go from left to right. You can move your chair around and everything, but now you can go further and you still have a sweet spot. When you stand up, you still kind of lose it with these, but I mean, these are studio monitors. You're not going to be standing up. You're going to be in the studio mixing, sitting down. Improved power efficiency and higher SPL now, sound pressure levels. The originals, the SPLs were actually 100 dB. Now it's 110 dB. Wider frequency response. With the originals, you had 50 to 24 kilohertz, and you could go down as low as 40 hertz. And sometimes that would be a little bit too bassy and would distort. But with the new ones, you can actually go down to 36 hertz and as high as 32 kilohertz. So, I mean, that is a vast world of difference. Higher onboard processing power, improved DSP, almost double the processing power. The system now operates at 96 kilohertz, which is almost double what it was before. Improved version of ARC technology, so that when you go ahead and calibrate this, it does a more accurate job. You've got 4 different points to calibrate this with, as opposed to just one with the originals. And that new ARC technology comes from the flagship iLoud Precision series. Now, if you look at the back panel, like I said before, the base port is larger on the Mark IIs. The low frequency extension switch went from 40, 50, or 60 hertz to now 40, 50, 60, and 80 hertz. The high frequency switch went from, on the originals, plus 2 dB or minus 2 dB from 8 kilohertz up, to now on the Mark IIs, plus 2 dB or minus 3 dB from 8 kilohertz up. So now that you know what the differences are, at least on paper, let's go ahead and hear what the differences are. Okay, let's try some drum samples. This is going to be the Mark IIs. And the original. Back to Mark II. Original. And I'm telling you, from where I'm sitting, I am behind all these, so I've got the bass ports pointing right at me. And when I'm switching to the originals, I don't really feel much of anything back here. But when I switch to the Mark IIs, I am feeling the air flowing from those base ports. It's just unbelievable. So everything is in the sound. The sound is the proof. And as you can see, there is a world of difference between these two. The greatest part about it, as of this video, they're $399 a piece. And that's what the originals were going for just a while back. So basically, you're paying the same price that you would have paid a while back for the originals, and now you're getting something better. But wait, there's more. Like the high-end precision series of iLoud, now these Mark IIs also come with, or actually you can download X-Monitor Software from IK Multimedia, and that will work with the new Mark IIs as well as their new precision series. So let's go ahead and fire up the X-Monitor and see what we're looking at here. So basically, this is the X-Monitor software right here, and there's a bunch of things that you can do with this, but basically, this is for studio editing or basically tailoring your sound to the way you want to have it. And you can look at all these kind of things here. Left speaker, right speaker. There's before and after. You can modify things, and you can adjust the contour of each. So if I go ahead and adjust, here's all kinds of different things I can adjust to. The default, 80 hertz high pass filter, large desk corner, large desk free. So basically this is dependent on where you are placing the monitors. And you can do the same thing for the other side as well. And if you click the edit button, you can actually go ahead and create your own. And you can actually change the contour down here. And this is largely dependent on where you're placing these in your studio. 80 hertz high pass filter, large desk corner, large desk free, and so far and so forth. So you could do that for each speaker on each side. You can also have different settings on each side too. If you have a speaker against the wall on one side and not on the other, you can adjust for all of that kind of stuff. It is so cool. And you have calibration down here, which is the same thing as pressing the calibration button on the back of these. And you can adjust the delay and the standby timer, all that kind of stuff. And you can even go so far as to customize this to the way you want it. Now, once you're done with all that kind of stuff, there is a switch right here, a 4-position switch. And these are pre-selected for MTM Mark IIs, and this would be the default. A 3-way AMT 7 and white 90s. And you can change these to whatever you want. So let me give you an example. Here's the default right here. Go to the second one, the ME 3-way. Changes things. Let's go to the AMT 7s. And the white 90. Which is really cool. They also sell a physical switch. So instead of using your mouse pointer to click on 1, 2, 3, 4, you can actually just press it. A lot of people might like that because they might want to step back and hear the difference. And here's the screen where you can actually customize it to the way you want it. You can change the low, the mid, and the high. And it is so cool. It just works. All right, here's another cool thing right here. The voice right here, it's set for MTM Mark II, but you can go ahead and change it. You're looking at studio monitors. You can decide which studio monitor you want this to mimic. I mean, you got the Classic 31 and the Classic AMT 7 and all kinds of neat stuff. Let's just take a couple of samples here. that was just the studio monitor stuff. Then there's hi-fi stuff here that you can choose from, like a bookshelf 6 or a hi-fi coaxial or hi-fi floor standing. Let's check that out. That is just so cool. It blows me away. And there's the last category here of multimedia. Let's go for that. 49-inch TV. That's what it would sound like on a 49-inch TV. Portable Bluetooth speaker. And a smartphone. And back to the original. You have here at your fingertips different kinds of monitors or speakers depending on the environment, whether it's multimedia or TV or floor standing or hi-fi or whatever. And you can choose 4 of those and put them into these 4 different switches and test them out. No more need to go out to testing your final mix in the living room on your multimedia speakers or on your computer or on your smartphone or going to the car or whatever. You can do it all right here. This will mimic everything. So I am really psyched about this new product. I hope you are too. Check the description for any kind of news or links or anything that come up. I will keep that up to date. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and learned a little bit. Piano Man Chuck, peace out. Thanks for watching.